started by identifying a massive opportunity in the Indian market. Motorcycles are growing. India has the largest population of motorcycles, and the 200cc plus motorcycles are growing on a year-on-year in a double-digit growth. And the entire ecosystem around motorcycles has been fairly stable. There is very little new that's coming in. There are some international brands that are entering, but there isn't a greatly differentiated product. They are coming based on their legacy. They haven't really communicated with the community, and they tend to be very dealer-led kind of distribution models where products are simply placed there. I think the opportunity we identified was the fact that a lot of communities are organically emerging, riding communities, and there is a lot of shared wisdom amongst these communities. There's a lot of content-based communication that tends to happen, and if we have a differentiated product, we have a genuinely good product which we made in India. I think we believed that there was a very strong opportunity to have a point of view. So came Tiivra composite fiber helmets. Less than 1% of world's helmets are made of composite fibers, and we decided that we would embark on this. I think it's an extremely difficult product to make, which is why less than 1% of world's helmets are made of that. The easiest, of course, is to do injection molded plastic, where you have one piece exactly coming out like the other, and you can do lakhs and lakhs of pieces. The only problem being that plastic, whether it's ABS or whether it's polycarbonate, tends to not absorb impact. So what happens is, if there's a point of impact, that part caves in. And even if you have very thick helmet, you need a tremendous amount of EPS, a whole lot of weight. Even so, the impact will be in one place. What happens with composite fiber is that the nature of the fiber is such that the impact is spread across the entire surface of the helmet. So even if somebody had an accident, rather than it hitting one part of the head, it would be dissipated across the entire shell. Very much like how you see windscreens shatter. It's not as if one point there'll be this sharp shard of glass that could come and pretty much kill whoever is inside. It tends to shatter, and I think it's that is what convinced us that this is really what we need to do. What also told us that this is the right way to go about it is when we understood that 100% of track riders only wear composite fiber helmets. And as bikes have gotten more and more powerful, speeds have gone up significantly. If we don't advocate speeds, we certainly don't advocate people driving crazily on highways, but should there be somebody having an impact at a higher speed, composite fiber is the way to go. And that is where we saw a gap in the market. It's not an easy product. It is an expensive product. We've tried to keep it as affordable as possible for the Indian market, and this is entirely made in India. We are working with our shell is made in a facility which is a DRDO facility. It currently also makes torpedoes for the Indian Navy. It also makes lunar launch pads for ISRO, and it makes the Tiivra shell. So I think we have a great product, and we're really looking forward to hearing what the market tells us. Welcome to Tiivra.